Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the update for today. It's Monday, July the 20th of 2026, and I'm actually filming this update here in about 5:40 in the afternoon as I started the filming. And normally I film these like at the end of the day or sometime during the day after when I get behind, which is way too often. But today I'm actually doing this while the sun is still out, and there's still plenty of time for things to happen. The reason for that being is that actually shortly after the posting of this video, going to be heading down to Central Oregon for a couple of days to be helping Mom with her move. And so I'm not exactly sure what the updates the next couple of days are going to look like. Maybe something short, or maybe kind of like last time I was down there. Might kind of go for a nice little stroll through their neighborhood or something and film the video. We'll see as when we get to that time. But that being said, the day after we should be back to normal, and as I'm going to be returning here to my apartment to continue on with things. So, yeah. So, like I said, tomorrow is going to be a day of assisting with Mom's move. So, with that said, today I was working in the at the store, and I had a bagging shift. Now, I mentioned in yesterday's update where a bagging shift can oftentimes end up with you being pulled in multiple different directions. And this was just such an example. Did actually do some actual bagging, and more than I did yesterday, which again was, I only did about 3 hours of bagging in an 8-hour shift yesterday, spent the rest of the day on carts. Today, ended up spending quite a bit of time cleaning the janitorial room again. The never-ending tragedy to common situation where, again, a area that belongs to everybody, nobody takes care of it, so therefore then it ends up getting assigned to me. And so went in there and did quite a bit of tidying up with that today. And then this is actually kind of a cool thing. So for whatever reason, my company does their version of Take Your Kid to Work Day in July, not in, April like the rest of the world, or at least the rest of the US seems to be doing it, and I don't know why that is. But that being said, for our location's version of this, I'm going to be one of the associates that's actually personally involved with running the event. Did this last year as well, and it was actually quite a bit of fun, and kind of playing off my expertise, if you want to call it that, of substitute teaching to make it, to make it a interesting experience for them. And last year's group seemed to like it. So anyway, going to be doing that again this year, and that's going to be on this actually will be coming Thursday, which is actually going to be my next shift. So with that, so for that, ended up spending an hour today kind of as I can't talk anymore, collaborating with the other gal that's going to be working this function. And I kind of walked her through how we did this last year, and so she can kind of piece it together over the next couple of days while I'm, again, helping Mom with her moving situation. And then on Thursday morning, we'll have this event. As of yet, I don't know if there's going to be any turnout for it, and if there's not, well, I'll find other stuff to do. But if anybody does end up enrolling, that'd be fun. It was a neat thing last year, so who knows? We might be doing that this afternoon or later this week. All right, so again, I mentioned that I'm going to be heading down to Central Oregon here, actually shortly after posting this video. Today's shirt, again, another one from Dad's collection. This is actually not a travel shirt, but it's kind of relevant to today. Columbia Classic, Moonlight Run and Walk, July 27th, 1999. Now, I was really tempted to sit there and wait until the update for July the 27th. But knowing me, when I get to that particular date, 7/27, I will forget and not put it on, or pick a different shirt. But anyhow, so Dad was a runner, and actually quite a good one. I mentioned that he went to Oregon State. And again, as I was going through some of the old family stuff that ended up in my garage, as things have kind of ended up making their way essentially to me. The entire chain of the maternal side of my dad's side of the family, pretty much the entire genealogical chain, so much of the stuff ended up with me. Anyway, one of them was actually Dad's chest from when he went to Oregon State University, and he competed in several different events there, and ended up actually meeting a couple of the there's a gentleman named Bill Bowerman that he had mentioned several different times, who was somehow involved with Nike. I think Bowerman was like a coach of UW or something during that time. Anyway, a couple of, and I think Dad also met Phil Knight, who's the other big Nike guy at some point through doing this. But anyway, the point that I'm coming to here, and Dad actually was at Oregon State on a track scholarship. And so the point that I'm making is that running was a big thing for Dad. All right. And so he would go to all sorts of different races and things around the area. And sometimes some of them would have different t-shirts and whatnot that they'd have made up. But this was actually one of the coolest ones of the race t-shirts. And there are all sorts of different, and this is a picture, if you're not from my area, of the Columbia River Gorge. And quite often, not tonight, but quite often when I'm actually driving to or from Central Oregon, one of the ways of driving down there actually involves going past this place. This is a place called the Vista House. And of course, this is an artistic representation. And there was a road race on somewhere around here, and they do it in the evening. I remember actually, maybe it was this time, or maybe it was another time. I don't remember. But I was with Dad one time at this. I didn't run, but he did. And super, super pretty. And again, with the sun going down, and because it was like 7, 8 or ish in the evening. And so, but the t-shirts from there are some of the prettiest of any of the race t-shirts that Dad ever picked up. And so I thought, this evening, as I'm going to be driving down to Central Oregon after posting this video, I thought, you know what? We'll make the Columbia Gorge race t-shirt be the one of Dad's t-shirt collection that we wear this evening. Anyway, everyone. So with that, going to be going through all the regular things that I do to post the video, and then be loading up the car and heading down to spend a busy day and a half assisting Mom. And then we'll be getting back into the swing of things. Again, this is a stretch where there's not going to be a no commitments day off here for a couple of weeks. All right, everyone. Hey, thanks for joining me all the way to the end, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care.